Let's get the full story behind those InterContinental hotel numbers with Chief Executive Andrew Cosslett. Andrew, good morning. Thanks very much for joining us.
Morning.
Manus there telling us about your revenue figure. He hasn't delved deep enough yet to tell us about the RevPar, which we've been flagging all morning, Andrew. So can you tell us how are your revenues per available room? That's the key figure.
Well, good morning. Yes, and they're getting stronger, which is good news, obviously, for us. The second quarter built very handsomely on the first, and we ended up the half with about a 4% worldwide RevPar increase, which is a much more positive position to be in than the last 18 months, obviously.
Can you break it down for us regionally and within your various segments as well?
Right. Well, the biggest story really for us on RevPar is the Far East. Our business in China was up 30% RevPar in the half. So those are massive numbers as the Chinese customers are just flooding back into the market along with their GDP expansion. Europe was quieter but up around 4, and the United States, where the recovery came last, was still up about 2. So the further west you go, the lower the RevPar growth, but you know, all or most of the parts of the world now in RevPar growth, which is great in the first time in about 18 months.
We all know how important the business traveller is to you, representing 60% of your sales. Is the business traveller back? Can you tell us, is he or she, which end of the market is he or she spending his money right now? And are you up on last year?
Yes, we are, and it's coming back in all parts of the market. But what happens is that, yeah, as you say, the business traveller is coming back in great numbers. Obviously, 2009 was a year of great contraction for most corporate and most companies as they resize their cost base and you know, sort of cut back on travel and discretionary expenditure. But they missed those meetings and conferences, and now we're seeing massive activity back in the business world. And our big financial hubs like New York and London are just roaring ahead. So it's definitely been led by the financial industries, I think, but that's then feeding back all the way through the economy, and all business travellers are now back travelling. And it's across all segments. Holiday Inn's doing well, but the luxury and upscale end of the market, which had the most negative effect through the downturn, is actually the one that's coming back. You know, it's rebounding the fastest, which is what you'd expect.
Very quickly, Andrew, as we all know, you've got this $1 billion relaunch of your Holiday Inn hotel chain. You're going to be hopefully on track come the end of this year. Is it on track? Because there have been some doubts. Are you on track for the relaunch come the end of 2010?
Yes, we are. And we've pushed it through the downturn. We kept on track, and we're still in position to finish the activity. 3,200 hotels fully relaunched by the end of this year.
OK, final question, Andrew, because I have got time. Recently, the Barclay Brothers, of course, sold a 10% stake in InterContinental Hotels. That was at the back end of last month. The shares fell 7% shares in your company. Were you involved in this? I mean, did they tell you that they were selling their stake or not? No,
it was a private decision they made on their own. It's not uncommon. They've been great investors and very supportive of the company, actually, in the 3.5, 4 years they've been with us. And, you know, they've now gone. 32 million shares had to find a home.
Are you seeking other big investors? I mean, are you talking to anyone else to take a big stake or not?
No, we don't need a big investor like that. We've got a number on the register to have 7 or 8% of the stock, but we're very happy. And I think their share on one hand actually ended up in 60 different hands, which is quite healthy, actually.
Andrew, thanks for joining us. We'll speak to you soon. Andrew Cosslett there, the Chief Executive Officer of InterContinental Hotels.